I'm Nikki Hawk, Mercer County Soil and Water Conservation District Education Specialist and Administrator, and one of the things that I do for my job is go into schools and talk to kids about soils and erosion, and we need to really relate it to them to tell them why that's important in their lives. So I take an apple, which we call Earth, we pretend that this is Earth, and on planet Earth all living things depend on soil. Plants, people, animals, even fish rely on soil for their food. But only a small portion of our land is capable of producing that food. So I'm going to take Earth and I'm going to cut her into 4 equal pieces, which is one for each piece, then will be 1/4. They look like this. But I'm going to get rid of 3 of those pieces because I can't use this to grow food on. Why not? Because this is water. So I get rid of 3 of these pieces of Earth, and what I'm left with is my land section, and it's 1/4 of Earth. And I take my land section and I cut it into 2 pieces, and I get rid of one of the pieces because this is mountains, deserts are covered with ice. So I get rid of 1/8 of Earth because it's mountains, deserts are covered with ice. And what I have left is my 1/8 of Earth, and this is our livable part of Earth. And I'm going to cut this into 4 pieces as well. And each one of these is 1/32 of Earth. So if you're doing fractions, that's 1/32. Each one looks like this. And I'm going to get rid of 3 of these pieces because this is land that's too rocky, too wet, too hot, infertile, or it's covered with something that doesn't allow me to grow food there. It's covered with roads and cities and shopping malls and churches and bridges and schools. And I always tell the kids, you can't grow food in the middle of the mall unless you try really hard. But you can eat food there, okay? So I'm going to get rid of some of those pieces there. So what I have left is 1/32 of my Earth to grow all the food. But when we grow our food, we only grow it in the topsoil, which is the top 8 to 10 inches of our soil, and that's where we grow all of our food. So this is all of the soil I have to grow all the food for all the people on Earth. Remember, this is what we started with, and there are 6 billion people on Earth, and they all need to eat. There are children every day all over the world who aren't going to eat today. They didn't eat yesterday, and they're not going to eat tomorrow because there's not enough food. So it's critical that we maximize this soil and take care of it so that we can make enough food for all of the people living on Earth.